welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Jodie and I like to create beauty related content here on my channel. So if that is something that you are interested in, please make sure that you do go and subscribe and hit the bell so that you are notified of every single time that I upload. Today's video is another exciting one. We're going to do another Forever Flawless testing video. So today's Forever Flawless testing video is going to be on one of their newer palettes. This one is the Spirituality palette. It is beautiful. So it does just look like this. Oh wow. And that's the back. This palette is £12 and it is cruelty free. It is a very like reddy, orangey, pinky toned palette. It's a very warm tone palette. Got some absolutely gorgeous colours. It's got little lotus flowers. Are they lotus flowers? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the matte shades, just like the Flamingo palette had little flamingos in it. So this one says that it's the Namaste with cannabis sativa in it, which I believe their chilled palette, the green one. I believe that their chilled palette also has cannabis sativa running through it. I really like that palette. But yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to go straight in with swatching it. We're just going to do row by row and then we will get it on the eyes and see what we think. So I think another thing to note about this palette is that it's got 3 pressed glitters. So you've got this gold, a pink and a silver. I think it'll be interesting to see how they swatch because pressed glitters don't normally swatch that well. Let's get into the swatches. So we have the shade Dream. Oh, that's a lovely colour. We've got the shade Yogi. Wow, that's a matte shade. Look at that. Oh, that swatched really well. Retreat, which is another matte colour, which has swatched really well. We've also got the shade Lotus, which is this beautiful orange shimmer. Okay, then we've got one of the glittered shades. So this is the shade Namaste, which is a gorgeous orange. Let's see. Oh, that swatched really well actually. And then we've also got the shade Tranquility, which is another beautiful matte brown. It looks a bit similar to this one though. I think this one is a bit more red toned, whereas this one doesn't have the red tones going through it. But that's the first row. That is really impressive. Okay, let's go and do row number 2. Okay, please ignore if there's glitter anywhere because glitter just gets everywhere. So the next row has the 2 glitters on it. So let's give them a little swatch. So we've got the shade Chant. Oh, this glitter is called Wise. Wow, that felt really creamy. We've got the shade Peace, and then we also have the shade Divinity. Is that how you say it? I'm gonna go with it. So these two look very similar. This one is more orange than this one. The quality of the last 2 Forever Flawless palettes I have found is a lot nicer than their other older palette. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. So then we've got the shade Blessings. Wow, that is beautiful. And then we've got the shade Mantra, which is the other glitter. I'm not gonna lie, that glitter felt a lot harder to swatch, but this is the row. Another thing to note about the silvery shade is that it's got like bits of silver, bits of gold and green glitter going through it, so it's not just like, I don't know if it will pick up on camera, the green fleck. But yeah, another really impressive row. Let's just do the last row. Yin, Yang, Harmony and Zone. Ooh. So the first 3 are the last mattes in the palette, and then this one is, oh, it's like a pink Reef duochrome, so it's gold and then it looks pink. I like that. Aura, whoa, and light, which looks very similar to Zone. Don't you think those two look really similar? So they are all of the swatches for the palette. A couple of things to note before I get into this. I'm finding a few of the shades very similar to each other with only a little bit of difference. So like this shade and this shade are quite similar. These two shades are quite similar, and then this shade and this shade, although they don't look similar in the pan one, I just swatched them, they seem to look really similar. Maybe it's just me. I actually have no idea what look to create today, but I think I'm going to go in with the shade Chant first. So like all of my review videos, I will be using Morphe brushes. There's a mixture of James Charles collection and then just ones that you can buy, and I may even go for some Jeffree / Jaclyn Hill brushes. Okay, so I just popped off camera and put on my P. Louise base. As per, it is my P. Louise base in shade 01. So to start with, I'm going to take the orange called Chant and I'm just going to pop that all over. Oh, that's so pretty. If I look over to the side, it's because my mirror's there, or if I look down, I have the palette in my hand. So if you see it pop up, it's literally just because I need to see where I'm putting it. So far, this is working so nice.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Okay, so I've put that shade on. The only thing I've realised with this palette is that there aren't any light shades. So that was kind of, I don't know, like when you look at the palette, there are literally no lighter matte shades in it. So what I've done is I've taken my Morphe M505 blending brush and I've just blended out the top of that orange so that it is a bit lighter and a bit more sheer, so that it comes across as another colour, because I don't want to dig into another palette when we are reviewing this one. So next, I think I'm going to go in with the shade Tranquility, which is this dark brown, and just for reference, I'm taking this on an M139 brush on Morphe, and the little brush that I used initially for the orange is the Morphe M506, which is one of my favourite brushes. So let's take the shade. And ooh, I'm just going to zoom you guys in a tiny bit. I'm going to take that first brush and just put a bit more of the orange on towards the front, just because I feel like we're going to lose it a little bit. That shade is beautiful though. I'm finding it's blending really nicely together as well. I'm just going to do that on the other side.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Okay, so I've got the colours on now. We're going to go for like the inner third, but there's so many pretty colours that I don't know what one to pick. I don't know whether to go with Lotus and do the orange, or maybe go for this gold one here, or go for Zone because it has got like a reflect going through it. I think I might try this one and then maybe put some of this one over the top. I'm gonna grab the brush that I used in last week's video. So this is the JH41. It's a bit big, and we're gonna go in with that first shade. I'm not gonna wet it because I don't feel like I'm gonna need to. Oh, that's so pretty. feel like overall it looks a little bit messy at the minute, but like when I've put lashes on and stuff and tidied it up and done my bottom lashes and stuff, I don't think it will be that bad. This is it at the minute. I don't think I'm going to add that shade over the top just because I really like the gold with the brown vibe. I'm just going to blend it in a little bit more, and then I will pop off camera, we will put some lashes on, and then we will come back and finish the eye look. Okay, I think I've come to the conclusion I don't like my eyebrows like this. I feel like it makes me look really like mad, especially with these eyelashes on. So please ignore my eyebrows for this video. I won't be having them like this again. So for a little bit of backstory about what's on my eyes now, we have the Soap and Glory, I don't even know what it's called. I've put the Soap and Glory Thick and Fast mascara on, and then I have the Pound lashes in the style Dream on. They're looking a bit, this one looks really weird and I don't know why. But I'm kind of like in a mad rush to get them on because I'm still trying to get the Be Perfect Stacey Marie Carnival 3 palette. It's been a nightmare today. Anyway, and then on my bottom lashes I have a mini roller lash. So let's do the rest of my eyes. I'm going to take the shade Chant and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes. I feel like I look really weird today, you know, when you just like look at yourself and you're like, I don't look like me. And I'm just going to take that all the way along like so. Then from my inner corner I'm going to take this little elf conceal brush. I'm going to take the shade Dream and pop that, match my eyelashes and pop that in my inner corner. So this is the finished look today. I really like it. This kind of colour tone is very different for me. I don't normally wear oranges and stuff. So let's review the palette. So in terms of quality, I think this palette is very good. I have not found fault. There was no fallout with the matte shades. There was very little fallout with the shimmery shade that I used. Overall, in that sense, a very good palette and definitely better than some of their first original Flawless palettes. In terms of colour selection, I like it. I like the fact that you've got the oranges. I think the glitters are very complementary to the shades in here. My only criticism in terms of colours is that there isn't any light to matte shades, so you can't really blend out any of the shades. I'm someone that likes to go in with quite a dark shade and then blend it out with a lighter shade. You can't really do that with this palette, and I think that is kind of a little bit disappointing because in terms of everything else I can't find fault with this palette. Like I think it's a very nice palette, and maybe it just needed some of the shimmer shades that are a little bit similar to be taken out and then have some lighter shades put in, because I do find that although these two look different when swatched, do they though? One's just a bit more pink than the other. I think they're very similar, but I can't say that it's a bad palette because it's not. It's really not. And I think if you're after an orangey pink toned palette with some glitter shades, definitely think about picking this one up. So that is the end of today's video. Please do give it a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. If you are new here, please make sure that you subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.